So standing at the front of your mat with your feet hip distance apart, just lengthening the spine as much as you can, looking straight ahead. Inhaling, taking the arms wide and up, looking up. Exhaling, taking the arms out to the sides, flat back, swan diving down, soften the knees, nose towards the knees. Then inhaling, bring the hands onto the shins and halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward, softening the knees. Inhaling, right leg steps back. Exhaling, drop the knee down. Inhaling, left leg steps back into plank, and exhale slowly down to the floor. Stretch out both the legs behind you, press the tops of the feet onto the floor, and slide the elbows and hands out in front of you so that your elbows are under your shoulders, maybe a little bit further forward. You can widen the legs a little bit more if it's more comfortable for the lower back. We're going to hold the Sphinx pose for a few breaths. So pressing the thumb and the first finger and the forearms down into the floor, lifting up out of the earth with the chest, seeing if you can open the collarbones a little bit. Take the elbows wide and the forehead down, and bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes under, come up onto the knees, sliding the hands back slightly. Inhale and then exhale into downward facing dog. Just spend a few breaths finding a comfortable down dog. And you're going to turn the back heel so that the left foot, the back foot, is turned towards the front. And you're going to step forward on the right foot. And then come into a warrior one. So bending that right leg. Find your balance between the 2 feet. Cactus the arms. And seeing if you can squeeze the shoulder blades back. Move the elbows back and the wrists back. And open the heart to the sky. Very nice. And come out of that and bring the hands, interlink them behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And then reach the chest forward and the arms up to the sky. And bow your head into a humble warrior. And then gently come back into warrior one. Bring the hands to the floor, turning on the back heel, stepping forward and inhaling halfway lift. And exhaling, softening down into the forward fold. And as you inhale, sweep the arms out and up, stretch and look up. And as you exhale, bring the hands through the third eye and heart center. And as you inhale, we'll go again, stretching the arms out and up, and exhale, swan diving down. When you get halfway, you might want to soften the knees and come into a soft forward fold. And then inhaling, sliding the hands up the shins, halfway lifting. And exhaling, softening and fold. Inhale, left leg sweeps back, dropping the knee as you exhale. Inhale to plank pose and exhaling, slowly coming to the floor. Stretching out the legs behind you, making some space in the front of the hip. Pressing the tops of the feet into the floor, forehead on the floor, and then interlinking the fingers, lifting the head, neck and chest up. Stretching the hands back towards the heels, taking some deep breaths. Stretching open the collarbones, lifting the heart as much as you can, and then bringing the forehead down onto the floor, hands under the shoulders, tucking the toes under. Inhaling, you're going to come up onto the hands and knees, maybe sliding the hands back a little bit so that you can exhale then into your downward facing dog. Having a couple of breaths here, then you're going to turn your right heel in and step forward on your left foot. Come up again for warrior one. Soften into warrior one. Find your balance between both feet. And then cactus the arms and start to draw the elbows and shoulder blades back. And then you can lean back as far as you want, lifting the heart to the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. And then come out of that, interlink the fingers behind you with the elbows bent, squeeze the shoulder blades back, then straighten the arms, lift the heart, and then reach forward with the heart. And bring the ear, the left ear, to the inner left shin. Taking the hands up to the sky. Then come back into your warrior one. Hands onto the floor, turning on the back heel. Stepping forward, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, softening into a forward fold. And then as you inhale, sweep the arms out wide, looking up. And then exhale, hands coming through third eye. And heart. And we'll go again. Inhaling, sweep the arms out and up, stretch and look up. Then as you exhale, swan dive down and soften into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifting. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot steps back. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, slowly to the floor, forehead to the floor, stretching out the legs behind you, pushing the tops of the feet into the floor, and then sweeping arms, legs, and head up into a locust pose. Balancing on the abdomen, breathing deeply, working against gravity to lift everything up away from the floor. Legs can be as wide as they feel comfortable. Then soften down to the floor, forehead to the floor, hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes under. Inhale onto hands and knees, dragging the hands back. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Step the right foot forward. And then move into a wide leg position, moving towards the left leg. Inhale as you lift the chest, and exhale, dropping the crown of the head to the floor, towards the floor. And then if you want to, you can interlink the fingers behind you and stretch the shoulder blades up and just let the hands fall down behind you. Again, opening the chest. Coming up, lifting the chest, bringing the hands back to the floor, rolling around to the front of the mat again. Inhaling, halfway lift, and exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, come back up, and exhale, hands through third eye and heart space. And we'll go again. Inhale, arms wide, up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the left leg back. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, slowly lowering to the floor, forehead on the floor. Again, stretching the legs out behind you. And you can come into locust again. You may be able to take hold of the ankles and come into bow pose. Or you may prefer to practice one of the other back bends already practiced. Sphinx or cobra. Taking some deep breaths and then exhaling, softening the forehead to the floor, releasing the legs. Bringing the hands under the shoulders, tucking the toes under. Inhale, back onto hands and knees, sliding the hands back slightly, and exhale, downward dog. Taking a breath and then inhaling, stretching the left foot forward. And then moving towards the right. And having the legs parallel, the feet parallel, wide leg. And with the back straight and the right hand on the floor, taking the left hand to the sacrum. And then changing sides, twisting the rib cage. And if the floor is too far away from you, you may want to have your hand on a block. You can twist back each side and maybe even opening the heart, taking the hand all the way up to the sky. And then walking the hands back to the front, stepping both feet to the front of the mat, inhaling, halfway lift, exhaling, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up, stretch and look up. Exhale, hands come down through third eye, through heart. And just take some deep breaths as you rest into Tadasana.